Hello, this is Geneva, and in today's healing transmission, we will be talking all about the thyroid and the thyroid gland. This information came to me about 3 months ago, and I was not sure how to use it. So if you found my video, this is for you. Mine's no matter via the timing of it. It is meant for you. If it is something that is meant to give you healing, you will receive that healing. Healing is timeless. Let's begin. Hypothyroidism and hyperthyroidism are disturbances of the thyroid gland. The spiritual causes of both are many. Hypothyroidism and hyperthyroidism both seem to be perceived as modern phenomenon, yet it has been a problem in our society for millennia. The spiritual cause of hyperthyroidism, and indeed hyperthyroidism, can be traced back to the energy of the neck area. This is where the home of the thyroid gland resides. The neck is a vortex for expression and the source for many health problems when the energy of the area is suppressed. In essence, a disturbance of the thyroid gland can lead to a feeling of powerlessness. Thyroid disease is a common problem for both men and women, but predominantly women. The suppression of feminine power has taken its toll through our ancestry, cultures, and environments. But many women are waking up to the fact that thyroid disease is caused by a suppression of our identity. The throat area can be likened to a vortex. It is where the personality and characteristics of the lower vibrations of energy are expressed, where we express our thoughts and our emotions through creativity, our voice, and our environment. This is one of the key areas in the body where we express the quality of our energetic identity. When the energy of our identity is blocked through the inability to express ourselves, problems occur affecting our health. One of the big things that I had found about how the soul feels when there is a disconnect with the thyroid. And this is a feeling of feeling stuck in a cave with no way out. So the neck and throat area of the body is related to the element of ether. The energy of ether represents space. Without this ether element, nothing can survive, move, or be expressed. Imagine being stuck and locked in a cave with no way out, where you have little or no space to move your body, no space to feel and to be heard, no one to listen, no way that you can express your emotions. Only your mind is trapped in this tiny space. Feeling trapped and stuck, the expression of your being is being suppressed, and slowly over time you shut down. This is exactly what happens when our ether element is blocked. Physical problems occur from being locked up, squashed in, suppressed. Unless you know how to train your mind to deal with this suffocating situation, slowly your mental, emotional, and physical health will suffer. When feelings are unexpressed, physical problems will manifest. These problems can manifest as voice and vocal issues, a diagnosis of Hashimoto's disease, which can lead to hypothyroidism, a diagnosis of Graves' disease, which can lead to hyperthyroidism, neck tension, sore throat, tonsillitis, laryngitis, hearing problems, hormone imbalances, metabolism issues, grief. In fact, any problem that has manifested in the neck area is caused by suppression of the ether energy. Mentally and emotionally blocked energy in this area can be devastating. Grief is a key emotion related to this neck area. Grief is the inability to express emotion, as it has become too painful to feel. Therefore, the throat is restricted. The ether element is then shut down. But there are many other feelings that can manifest from a blocked ether element, and they are a feeling that you are gagging to express yourself, feeling like you are not able to express your thoughts and emotions, and feelings for fear of retribution. There's often a fear of articulating what you know or feel, feeling shut down and not able to scream out, being made to feel that you are not good enough. Feeling rejected is a part of this pattern of being suppressed. Feeling guilty, avoiding your feelings, feeling trapped in a situation, lack of confidence to speak out, feeling if you are not important, poor judgment and poor personal boundaries, feeling anxious and or low. Many problems related to the thyroid disease can be traced back to childhood. As a child, you may have been told to shut up or threatened or wait till your father gets home. You may have been bullied or abused. These situations create underlying fears that can cause a suppression of expression and keep your body into a state of fight or flight. This is called sympathetic dominance. This kind of fear that is created by an influential person can activate your adrenals, keeping you on alert. Eventually, over time, you will end up with adrenal exhaustion. Adrenaline is a hormone, and hormones are regulated by the thyroid. It is not just adrenaline that is affected through sustained fight or flight response. Estrogen, progesterone, testosterone, DHEA, and cortisol are also regulated by the thyroid. This is why hormonal problems can occur later in life when you've been running a life of suppressed expression. This may result in conditions such as polycystic ovary syndrome, fertility issues, extremely painful periods, extreme menopausal symptoms, repressed anger, and rage, to name a few. In men, hair loss and low sex drive, low sperm count, loss of muscle mass, lowered testosterone, etc. Underlying anger, rage, and guilt become buried. But let's get back to the point. Growing up in this kind of pressurized environment can suppress your ability to say or express how you're feeling. It stops you from being you. You may feel that you are restricted in many aspects of your life. As a result, pressure, anger, and grief build up in the throat neck area. One of the many resulting actions from this kind of suppressed environment is a feeling of urgency to communicate. This leads to an eruption of fiery energy like anger and rage. This can be devastating to a person who is not naturally angry. Feelings of guilt come alive as you are unable to deal with angry feelings that seem so alien to you. Left unexpressed, become buried in other places in the body, causing havoc to your health, as described earlier. Suppression over time can lead to a lack of confidence in your ability to be yourself and attract healthy relationships. As you see, thyroid problems lead to many issues in the medical profession, and they struggle to diagnose these. I see many clients who are suffering due to this energy pattern. The energy pattern of the repressed ether can lead to problems attracting the right kind of relationship. I know this as many of my clients have ended up attracting the wrong kind of relationship. Because of this, because of being unable to truly know and express their needs, these unhelpful relationships simply enable the pattern to continue. This is, of course, until you begin to realize that you deserve to be with people that allow you to be you. For example, a person may say that they love you, but they are not in a position to fully commit to you. Drama follows the relationship as you try and keep the peace, trying to make that person happy to be the detriment of your needs, excusing bad behavior by thinking that true love is involved. Does this sound familiar? You may have met this person when you were not at your best, not in your power, and this person turns out to be controlling and abusive. There is a lack of confidence in yourself as you struggle to break free from feeling powerless in your relationship. I see this pattern again and again in my practice. If this sounds like you, Perhaps it is time for you to restore your inner belief that you are more than good enough and deserve the best. Poor personal boundaries and a lack of trust in your judgment. Thyroid problems will lead to weak personal boundaries and a lack of trust in your judgment. When your boundaries are weak, it is difficult to know when it is appropriate to speak up and when it is not. Often, you will feel like you missed the mark and no one took notice and disregarded you, as a lack of trust in your judgment starts to manifest. As I mentioned earlier, anger and underlying rage can often be hidden problem with throat issues. There may be a toxic person or situation in your life that you feel challenged to move away from. Through fear of feeling, what if I am wrong? What if I'm not good enough to move forward on my own? You may feel ready to move on with your life, but lack trust in your judgment. Does this sound like you? Thyroid disease can leave you feeling powerless. Influential people may have silenced you many times and you feel powerless. You experience with influential people as a child may have left you feeling inadequate, unheard, rejected. An influential person may have had a habit of cutting you off mid-sentence, never being allowed to complete what you wanted to say. You feel it difficult to express sadness or cry. When you did communicate, your timing always seemed to be out as you were trying to be heard. Maybe getting what you want to say quickly, but others were not ready to hear you out. This caused you to feel rejected and punished, compounding the situation. Influential people may have projected their insecurities onto you as power games. This is all to do with the control over you, making you feel incompetent and disempowered. Children are often the targets for parents' manipulative power games. Isn't this sad? Are you feeling blocked? The throat area is an avenue for expression and channel of creativity. If you feel blocked creatively, you may need some help with your ether element. If you find it difficult to speak up for yourself, or you feel stifled and afraid to speak up when this pattern of energy needs to be cleared, it is my purpose in life to help people like you. If you are fed up with feeling powerless, exhausted, or feel like you are running on empty, I am here to help you break free from the shackles of your past. Through my own personal experiences, I know what it's like to be physically, mentally, and emotionally and spiritually fragmented. So at this time, go ahead and take 3 nice deep breaths and allow this healing to resonate through your body and allow any blockages to be removed and healed. Keeping in mind that appropriate breathing begins in the nose and ends in the nose. Inhales become exhales. And allow anything to knock loose that no longer suits you. Keep in mind and body that the air circulates from the tops of our heads down to the bottoms of our feet. Release and allow. So it is, and so it shall be. Thank you for joining me, and I look forward to speaking to you in the next healing transmission. Be blessed.